what not to do when buying a home. Especially if you plan on to get financing for your new home purchase. So there are some key things to keep in mind. The first is do not go and change jobs. You're going to have to show some work history with that job. Your lender is going to require some paycheck stubs be turned in. And do not go out and buy a new vehicle. Say you get this great raise and you think, okay, now we're going to be able to buy this home. Well, a lot of people, they'll just run out and they'll change their spending habits. They'll go buy a new vehicle. They'll start spending excessive amounts of money, eating out a lot more. So you want to keep everything even, Steven. So just continue to spend normally like you have in the past, or even necessary, even cut back some so that you can build up a savings of at least 6 months after you close on the home. So you'll have a reserve set aside to take care of the home and make payments if there's something unexpected that comes up. And also don't go make large deposits into any of your banking accounts. And so if you have somebody who is going to help you with, coming down with down payment money or gifting you money for the purchase of your home, make sure you discuss that with your lender first. Because if they show all of a sudden a large amount into your account, that's a red flag, and that could hinder your ability to be able to get financing. And also do not co-sign on a loan. I know a lot of us have children and you want to go buy a new car and they'll ask us to co-sign on loans with them. Just don't do that because that can come back and affect your credit. And don't change banks accounts. So if you go and change bank accounts, then you're not going to have this history of banking and history of these. They're going to be asking for your bank statements. So you don't want to really be changing bank accounts and banks when you're in the process of buying a home or right before you decide to go buy a home. And don't go open new credit lines. So don't close credit card accounts and don't open new ones unless you are working on a certain credit issue and your lender has specifically said to maybe close up a couple cards to increase your credit score. But do not do anything that will adjust or change your credit or affect your credit. And one of the biggies is when you open a revolving credit card. And that an example of that would be an RC Willey card. So where do people go when they want to buy a home? They go to RC Willey and they pick out furniture for their new home. And so oftentimes they'll sign up for that new credit card, and then the lender, right before they fund the money, you have your settlement where you go in and you sign all the paperwork, and then you have when the loan's funded. And before that loan's funded, the lender will call up and verify that you have a job, that you are employed. He will also call and they would do other verifications as well sometimes, and they'll pull your credit one last time. And if that revolving credit shows up, it could affect your credit score, and then they won't fund the loan on the house. So you don't get the house. So don't go to RC Willey and sign up for a revolving credit card. Not worth it. And another is omit any debt from your loan application. So if you owe child support, make sure you put that on your loan application, because that will show up later. And if you're not honest with your lender right up front, then they're not going to be able to work with you and help you finding a financial strategy and being able to buy a home. So always be honest with your lender and your realtor. A lot of times there are different lenders who offer different programs that maybe the lender you went to does not offer. A really savvy realtor will know which lenders can offer, other programs. And they've worked with other lenders over the years, and they can direct you in that direction. So if you need a good lender, I have resources on my website, utahhomeslaura.com. And there'll just be a little tab that you can click that I think says mortgages on there, as well as there's free property searches and other resources. There's a blog on there as well, and there's maps. So you can see where homes are listed and the areas of maybe where you're considering to move to. Also, if you are planning a move to Utah, I have a free Moving to Utah guide, and I will go ahead and put the link of that under the description. So meanwhile, Stay tuned for the next video.